when it comes to the Idiot CD, there's a lot of firsts for us here. This was the first time we had actually recorded using a pre-programmed drum track, not using the acoustic drum tracks. And of course you can see here we have electronic drums now. It's the newest, latest experiment on the... But besides that, this was the first time we actually used a pre-programmed drum track, which was, you know, it was great for the recording process, super clean, great for the production, but it took some getting used to. It's also the first time we had used the same song twice. We recorded the same song twice. Paper Flower and Pape de Flore or Flore de Papel or I can't remember what it was. But anyhow, same song, but totally different. It was kind of a cool take to do that, and if we get a chance to do that again, we may do that again. And then, of course, we have the name, Watching the Idiots, which is interesting as it is. Chris kind of came up with the name. We were all kind of brainstorming for the name. And what we normally do, and I know this is going to sound stupid as all get out, but we, when it comes to the album, we make a list of names that we want to use. And then we show each other the list, we combine them together, and we go through. What do you think about this one? This sucks. What do you think about this one? That's pretty good. Well, when I got to Watching the Idiots, which Chris had came up with, I didn't know what it was about that song, or what it was about that title, but man, I really liked that, and it really stuck. And we went through all the rest of them, and but I just kept coming back to that, so we went with that. And then we thought it would be a neat thing to, and again a first, to write a song. We wrote a song based on some fictional character or some happening or so forth, but to write a song based solely as a title track. We've never done that before. So to take something out of the air like Watching the Idiots and to write a song completely based around that was a first for us. And I think it really, really did turn out good. And then when it came to the end, another first for us on this record was Chris actually doing the mix down for the record. This was first because we usually would sit here for hours and how does this sound? Now how does this sound? Now how does this sound? And he took the entire recorder, took the master discs, the master tracks, went home with it, locked himself in the room with the headphones on, and went to town. And generally speaking, he's really good at that anyhow, and it really turned out great. And so that was a plus. Plus, it made my life a whole lot easier because I'm inherently lazy.
What's nice about the Idiots album for us was there were a number of things that were kind of a first for us on the album, and it allowed us to explore a little bit. And one of the things that really stuck out for me was doing a recorded beat, laying down a rhythm section that was done on a sequencer, and then put a song to it. And the song that we chose was a song that we had, you know, looked at already, breaking it down and doing acoustic drum rhythm track on it and everything else, but just got in the studio one day and was playing around and came up with a nice beat that, well, you know, let's give it a shot. And once we did it and listened to it once or twice, I thought, well, you know, that could work. You know, that could have some legs there. And it did. We feel it's one of the better songs on the CD. Definitely one of the better production-wise. And that was something that we might explore again. We might look into. But it's nice to be able to pull it off and do it as well as we did. And one other thing that I thought was interesting is doing the title track, writing an actual song for the actual title. Usually it's the other way around. We write a song and we like that song, so we figure we'll pick the title and that's what we'll use for an album track or a title track. But in this case, we had a title that we wanted a track for. So that was the first time we ever wrote a song with that purpose, writing it with an idea in mind. Usually it's just whatever comes up is how we write, but this time around we had a set song, we had a story behind it, and we went with it and wrote something to it, and it was a lot of fun. One of the last songs that we did on the CD, and kind of fresh and new, which was good because it was kind of strung out, the Idiots album, and to end it up like that was really nice and refreshing. So it might be something that we'll explore again in another time, another CD, hopefully.
Okay, so you've bought Watching the Idiots, and you love it. When are we going to be out on tour? That's a good question. I wish I could answer that. But with just the two of us, it makes it a little difficult. we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, what is Liquid Promises doing? Well, we're working on videos, another first. That's something that we haven't done before, so keep your eyes open for that. But the creative process just does not, you just can't stop it. It's hard not to think about new songs, write songs. So we're doing that. And as usual, we write a plethora of material, and then we whittle it down. The songs we want to keep, we continue to work on, we progress with. The songs we don't. Sometimes they go on the big hard drive and we save them for later. Sometimes they go in the old delete file and we just forget about them. But we got some new things lined up. We're using electronic drums. That's going to help our production some. And it's going to give us a little different sound. I think you're going to see, again, diversity when it comes to Liquid Promises. A lot of new sounds. We've got a few that we're already working on, and they sound pretty good. So hang in there. Hopefully it's not going to be 2.5 years. We'll get something together, and hopefully you'll be hearing something new from Liquid Promises in the not-so-distant future.
A question that we get a lot of times is, what's next? What is on your agenda? Well, it's always continuing to record and write and whatnot. Even though we're dealing with the Idiots album right now and trying to push it and get media for it and do all the promotional stuff for it, all those songs on there are a good year to year and a half old for us. So those are old songs for us. And for everybody else, they're new. So Jim and myself have already pushed on and started recording to get material ready for the next CD, and we will look forward to changing it up from what you heard on the Idiots album. But again, that's kind of old news for us, and so now we're pushing ahead. So what's next for us is a next album, maybe trying to do as much as we can, pushing the Idiots, trying to get as much media and airplay that we can get, but then always looking forward, and that's how we are. We always look ahead and try stuff new and keep everything fresh. So keep your eyes open and keep listening to the Idiots album, and hopefully in the near future we'll have something new for you, which of course at that time will be old for us. But who cares?
Good. Stupid. Give me some headbanging.
There you go.